Welcome to Midnight Linux. So I'm gonna take a look at Rhino OS. This is an interesting distribution. It's an X11 XFC but customized distro, and it has like its own package manager. Which like wraps up apt and Flatpaks, and it has its own repository as well. The Rhino Linux team calls it a pack stall. So it has kind of like extra packages in there. So I've never, or actually, I think I did try it out when it first came out a few years ago, but it was still kind of, in beta. So, but this will be the first time I've tried it now that it's been out for a while, and it looks interesting. The install was very easy because it has one of the, I think it's Calamari's, so it's just an easy install. There's just a couple of things. For example, if you want to use their package manager, which they recommend that you don't do an apt or anything like that. It's a sudo, so it's called Rhino RPK, basically Rhino package RPK, and then you do install, and then let's just say GUFW, and I guess password, it looks, and there's an apt one, so you hit 0 for the, it's already highlighted, so because it's the only one, so you just say yes. Otherwise it might give you a list, and then you have to hit the number. So here I just have to hit yes, yes again, and as you can see, it comes with the Naira, how's it, Neri, I forgot what it's called. It's just a nicer apt front end. It has that installed, and as you can see, that installed pretty quickly. Let's start it up, and we have ourselves a firewall. So that's how you would install something in the and in the Rhino package manager. If you want to remove something, it's just the sudo RPK remove, right? And then you put your whatever you want to remove. So it's pretty simple. It's almost like the apt. Let's try doing a install SM players usually available. Let's do a GIMP, for example. I don't see it. Let's see. Oh, I didn't put install. Let me do that again. Sudo RPK install GIMP, and then it'll look to see which ones are available. So there's quite a few Flatpaks, and the main one looks like it would be fine. The other ones are just different language languages on apt. But I guess if you were gonna do the Flatpak, you have this one, which is the main one. So you hit 42 and some plugins. So that's interesting. I'm just gonna do the 0. So let's hit 0. And we'll hit yes. And then it tells me it's gonna be 165 megabytes. So alright, so let's run GIMP. See if it works. And it looks like it's a release candidate, it says, of GIMP. Interesting. So it has newer packages than your regular distro. So that's interesting. It looks okay, except oh, they're all up here. Okay, so you have your file edit, all your other stuff up in the top bar, and then yeah, everything looks pretty good on GIMP. I don't see anything strange. So as you can see, that works pretty well. Let's do a sudo rpk install htop, and there's an apt one, so 1 for the apt htop, and hit yes, and we'll hit yes. Okay, so we got htop there, and there's htop, and it looks like it's a very low on usage, resource usage. It's only 2.1 gigs out of my 32. Most distributions are around 2.5 to 3 gigs. So this is very, very low resource usage. Very nice. Like that. So see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Let me do appearance. And let me restart it. That's a little bit bigger. Let's do a little bit bigger than that. Yeah, that's a little better. So let me show you also how to do a update for your system. It's rpk update, and then you can do a -y if you want, and then I already did it, so it should be pretty quick. It's very user friendly, so it seems to work well. I also found it to be quick, and yeah, so there you go. That's an update. Um, that's what you would use for update on the system. There's also a GUI one that you can use. Yeah, I like doing the terminal, so I use the terminal one. But there is a GUI that you can use to update the system. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was this one. Yes, it's system upgrade. So, and this is, like I said, this is X11. We're on kernel 6.18, and it's just since I tried it last time, it's much more stable, and the animations are a lot smoother. So they've worked on this distribution, and I gotta say, it's so far it's been rock solid. It has Firefox for a for a browser, so it's not, it's one of the defaults. I like using Firefox, so, and hopefully it remembered my size there. Yeah, it does. That's kind of what I would do, I think, around there. Maybe stretch it out on the top and the bottom. But I would like to see that dock. Like, if you maximize it, the dock disappears. But I kind of like see the dock, so I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. Let's try to install. I did install OBS Studio, obviously, to start the recordings. But the Steam, I'm not too sure. Let's check it out. Sudo rpk install Steam. Let's see if this is easy or not easy. So it's giving us Flatpak. So I got the main one they recommend here is the Flatpak. They have a Packstall one, and they have a couple of apt ones, but this is from Fightcade, Steam, Tech Repo. I'm not too sure if I want to do this one. Fightcade.steamos. So let's try. You know what? This is their own repo. So they have it's kind of like an AUR that they have made for their system. Let's try their Steam installation with Packstall. See how it works, because I'm curious if it installs everything and everything works. And then it offers you to see the script. I'm just gonna put no. We're not gonna do that. Alright, so, and that was very quick. So let's exit. Let's see. Here's your application grid. Let me see if I can do Super D. No, that's just for the different desktop environments. Okay. So let's go to the applications and here it is. So let's click on Steam. And it says packages seem to be out of date. Press return to update the list. Okay. Let's do what it says. See if it works. It's gonna install the i386 library. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that then. And yeah, I mean, oh, it looks like you got desktop icons on this as well. You see Steam there. Press return to continue. Alright, so I think that means it is installed. Let's click on it. And then that always happens with a XFCE desktop. So you just gotta say that you trust it and it'll launch. So it's gonna take a minute. Usually on the first launch, Steam takes a minute. So we'll give it a few seconds here to download whatever it needs to download and set up. Yeah, I mean, it's very polished compared to the first time that I used it. And we'll see how Steam works here, but I bet you it'll work. I think they probably have this down. And you know, now that it's been a couple years, so I saw it try to do something there, and there it goes. So very good. Steam is there. We'll do it a game for the next video. I expect it'll be just fine. You can also, by the way, you can't drag it to the dock, but if you open it, you can right click and then hit keep in dock. I noticed that before. So it'd be cooler if you can kind of drag it over and put it in there, but that's the way you would have to get the things in your dock. There's also a search bar to I guess it's to launch your apps. Let me see if it'll launch Steam properly. Yeah. So that's interesting. And then it's giving us something about a shortcut. I guess you can set shortcuts to launch the app launcher. Interesting. I'm not gonna play with that right now, but that'd be cool. And then this, I'm just gonna delete. Now that I have it on my dock, we'll just leave it on the dock. So yeah, pretty good. I like it. The media player I was kind of looking through here, and I think it's just MPV. I don't think there is another one. Sometimes you'll see MPV, but plus you'll see like, you know, like BLC or something. But and this one, it's just MPV. It looks like. So if you want to change your media player, you can. Everything else is kind of like just settings, so very interesting. There's another, I don't know if that's just a web browser launcher, but anyway, I'm impressed with the what they've done. It's very polished. Let's see if we can install, for example, SM Player, sudo r package rpk install SM Player, and let's see what kind of. So I could do the Flatpak. I could do an apt. There's a Packstall deb version. Very interesting. I'm gonna do the. Actually. I'm gonna keep the. Yeah. So let's not do that. Let's put N for no. I wonder if they have a totem. This is one becoming one that I like as well. Sudo rpk install totem. Yeah, and they have a totem Flatpak. So you could do it if you want to use totem. And I don't know if that first one girl that to the totem. I don't know what that is exactly. So that's probably not the video player. But interesting. Let's also try sudo rpk install Kdenlive, because most people are gonna probably want to install Kdenlive. So let's see if it's available. So you got the apt version, which is the one I would choose. Let's go ahead and install that. And see how long that takes and what it looks like when I open it. Oh, I did want to mention that OBS, I'm going to show you in a minute. The only bug I've seen, it was some of the OBS icons were not there. So that's kind of curious. It's like missing some icons. I'll show you in a minute. I don't know if it'll have the same problem here in Kdenlive. I guess you could try to install the Flatpak version if you do have that problem, you know. Alright, so we got that installed. Let's do a Kdenlive. we get some errors. But then it says codecs were updated. I'm gonna do 60 horizontal and start it up. Let's see. So it looks it does look okay, except for this bar here is not in the right place. Let me see if I close it. And open it again. Where's Kdenlive? Here it is. New project. Okay. It's still not in the right place. Alright, so it moves this way, but it won't move over to the right. Alright, so this is kind of the only thing that I've noticed. For example, let me show you OBS Studio. Is it on my other desktop? Yeah, so we are having a little bit of an issue. I minimized OBS and doesn't seem to be letting me open it up again. So there's another bug. Hopefully it's still recording. Let's look at well, we'll take a look at it, or on the second video I'll let you know if there's any more bugs. But OBS and Kdenlive might be let's do this real quick just to check. Sudo rpk remove Kdenlive. Okay, so we want to remove 0, is that apt? Yeah. Okay. So I'll remove the apt version. Okay. And then what we'll do is install the Flatpak version. I think it might solve the problem. So number 3, and then let's see if that fixes the issues, because it might be, Flatpaks. I don't mind using Flatpaks. Um, if they, you know, if they're gonna fix the issue, I don't mind using them. Because with the SSDs that we have nowadays, it's like almost the same launch time as the app. I always prefer using the one from the repository, um, because it's less bloated. But if I can use the Flatpak because it fixes some kind of bug, I don't mind doing it. It's it's just as good. I haven't had any issues. So I use Flatpaks on certain applications sometimes on Linux Mint because they're more stable. And yeah, let's see. Let's see if that fixes this problem. Because then, if that's the case, maybe running OBS Studio from a Flatpak would also be beneficial. Because, like I said, it wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be. It was just a few of the icons that were missing. So, like, I was still able to run OBS no problem. So, all right, let's try to launch it. Yeah. So now you can see it's yeah, it looks better. So in this case, running it from the FlatHub, Flatpak, is probably the best way to do it. And it seems to work very well. So I'm gonna I guess if you like, oh, I don't have any videos. It's probably under home here. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, everything seems to work. I don't think that it would be an issue. So I'm gonna do that with OBS as well for the next video. And then if I see any more bugs, I'll report them. But I think that the Flatpak, if you do have issues, the Flatpak version will be the way to go. And I'll let you guys go there. I hope you guys learned something. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video with a game. And we'll do a recording and see how it goes with Rhino Linux. So I'll see you guys in the next one.